You know, so we're here in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Pantry restaurant. It's Pantry Provisions. We're closing off a series of 8 events called Fish House Live. It was a punch competition on one half, and then a culinary competition with some great chefs from around the country who we flew in to mingle with Atlanta chefs. But the bartending competition was a showcase of some of the best bartenders here in Atlanta. Thank you. The toast I wanted is to Buffalo Trace for being with us this year, giving us the opportunity and the voice to put it out, for all the great products that they do, and for what you guys all do as an art or craft, a trade, inspiring people to drink and enjoy and libate better than they ever have before. So cheers to you guys. And basically by 1745, Fish House Punch had become a name.
My name is Ariane. I'm a bartender here in Atlanta. I've been bartending in Atlanta for a couple decades now. Buffalo Trace is definitely one of our go-tos. It's definitely on our cocktail menu. Wheatley Vodka actually happens to be our well vodka, which to me, I mean, it's not really a well vodka. It just happens to be this really amazing vodka that we have in our well. But of course, we had to do a super boozy bourbon punch. So this is our Eden's Ambrosia punch, which has Buffalo Trace bourbon. We made a house-made Flarenum. The Flarenum was actually made with local 2020 honey, with some fresh lime peel, fresh orange and lemon, the fresh pressed apple, which we also are really lucky. I just think it's a really cool punch. It's really fun and it's boozy and it showcases like kind of everything that we're about.
My name is Derek, as you already know. This is Buffalo Trace. I decided to go with the barrel age because like anything great, it takes time. Nothing can be perfected instantly. So just like these barrels, I handmade them myself, as well as the garnishes you see, candy star anise with blood orange, as well as a hand ground cinnamon and star anise powder. So starting off with Buffalo Trace, I wanted to keep something more rustic, more natural. So I decided to go with all natural ingredient and macadamia nut liqueur by Trader Vic's. That's to kind of bring all the nuttiness together, keep it brown, aged, and just kind of give it like a smokier, more warm feel. Everything that you see here is sustainable, handmade, reusable straws, and delicious to enjoy. Hope you enjoy it.
Mr. J.D. Helms, I'm gonna let you take it away. Tell us what we're doing.
So first, the most fun thing about this drink, if I could borrow yours, Brandon.
Absolutely.
So I've anchored hibiscus at the bottom of it. So if you take it and give it a swirl, it becomes this one beautiful pink color. Fish House Punch, classic American, punch. Something that our founding fathers drank at the Schuylkill Club in Pennsylvania. So it turns out they may have all drank this punch out of Blackbeard's skull. But the story goes that Blackbeard was killed in off the coast of North Carolina after he had been shot 5 times, stabbed 20 times. Eventually the governor cut his head off. And then the skull disappears for a while. It pops back up in a Virginia tavern after it had been plated with silver, and then changes hands with different bar owners in Virginia that were frequented by George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and members of the Schuylkill Club. This punch recipe, the original punch recipe, very well may have been consumed out of Blackbeard's skull by our first president. So when I found that story, I had to twist the original recipe on it. So the original recipe was based off of the original Fish House Punch, which is mainly pineapple and peach brandy. Peach brandy doesn't exist after Prohibition anymore, so the closest thing I could get was a creme de noyau. So that gives you that lighter, more herbal kind of note, as well as the smoked rosemary on top. This is a blend of international and local, because all of the herbs that we use as well, those are locally sourced from actual farmers here in Georgia. I used Wheatley Vodka as a base. Wheatley Vodka is such a beautiful mixing spirit. It's got the lightest hints of vanilla, a little bit of citrus in there too if you taste it straight. And then for the bubbly kind of texture that's in there, I actually just use long drink because I'm from Macon and that seemed like the appropriate thing to do. So I'll call this one Gungeon Sips 2 Queen Anne's Revenge, because that was the ship that Blackbeard piloted.
So my name is Kimberly Barham. I work at Chayo Modern Thai. And what we have here is a Buffalo Trace lemon, elderflower liqueur, grapefruit liqueur, sweet vermouth. So what I did was I used an absinthe rinse, and then I took that orange peel and I flamed it into there, and then I rinsed it once, and then I went and double rinsed it to give it that kind of candied orange effect. We have a Diaki float in there as well. It's a sparkling wine, and that really brings out the notes of the elderflower and the grapefruit liqueur. I chose Buffalo Trace because it is honestly, has always been one of my favorite bourbons. Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare, all of that. But this is called Bison's Fury, and the reason why I named it that is because I actually light the glass on fire. We use the elderflower to kind of bring out those like vanilla notes that are already like within the Buffalo Trace. The effervescent aspect, I really wanted to play off of the olfactory senses while building this cocktail, thus the rinse, thus the Diaki as well.
My name is Ryan Smith. I'm the owner of Lazy Susan Tapas Bar from Macon, Georgia. With Fish House Punch, the focus is not just the drinks and the punch and all this. It's about the sustainability in the fishing community that found its way into Philadelphia in the early 1700s, even before this United States was a nation. 1774 is the founding of the club, and then it saw most of its members and the early founding fathers of our country. And so it has its roots all the way back into the history. So tonight we're going to be doing a punch called Montego Slay, Montego Bay being the focus. And the original punch, there are three main liquor groups, right? We had bourbon or cognac, peach brandy, and then also Jamaican rum. Tonight, I decided to go with vodka, and we're gonna make the notes in Wheatley Vodka sing. The best three notes in that vodka are cinnamon, banana, and vanilla. This is a plantain shun rum. This is a plantain fat infused washed rum that we did from Jamaica. The delicious, the corn heavy, the wheat finished Wheatley Vodka, very smooth, love it, all right? Instead of doing a brandy and doing something sweet, I want to do something a little bit more complex. And so tonight we're going to be doing Quino Lillet. Quino Lillet shares a grape stock ingredient with brandy, so it's a grape stock based Amaro. We're also going to be using a live smoke sauce, which is an indica blend. And this has a lot of like an orange note, which really plays well into the Jamaican rum. Get that nice and smoked. Now this is called a Porron. This is a Spanish wine bong. I was gonna test and make sure that it's working like it should. In the mix, prior to the spirit, we have a little bit of lime, we have our syrup, we have our Quino Lillet, and we are going to finish with one of our house sodas. Now at Lazy Susan, we infuse our house sodas with hydrosol. So this is our house grapefruit soda, Mexican tarragon bronze fennel.
We did come out, we did our best, and we put our foot forward for a conversation about sustainability, innovation, small businesses, community, and goddamn it, alcohol. Because